Okay, we're live. We're over here back at our favorite local pond, Bethany Lakes, and I brought the Shimano Corrado BFS XG with a Senko. It's been snipped a little because I plan on reusing it as much as I can because it's the only one I got. And then if that one falls through, I brought some other lures just in case. All right, and temperatures are warmer today. Got a little wind, but bottom line, we got an opportunity to maybe catch a fish or two. So bear with me as we walk up to the pond and let's just see if Senkos will work for us today. Okay. All right. This is a pond here in the city of Allen in Texas, just north of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. And I plan on using this bait finesse gear. I'm using 6-pound strand mono, the High Biz orange, and a little Senko rigged, Texas rigged, weedless. And I'll just start out over here, just between those trees and whatnot, and see if we can get something to strike. And hopefully it'll go well, because I think I fished this earlier. I think on another one of these warm trends, and I was able to get some decent fish with it using the Senko. All right, and I think it was like a stop and go retrieve I was using. Good thing about these Senkos is you can cast them out and let them hit bottom, and they're fairly weedless. So let's go and get this one going. Got a little wind here, but oh yeah, it's casting easily. Okay, so I'm just going to do a stop and go retrieve. Okay, see if we can get one of these guys to bite. Water's fairly shallow, but it's been warm the last couple of days. It's been cold in the mornings, but things clear up fairly quickly on us. So let's see what we can do with this Senko. I'm just going to work it at a stop and go retrieve. See if we can get Mr. Fishy to bite. All right, I do know that the bass were pretty active in the back pond, but we'll get to it here in a moment. Okay, here we go. Let's see if Mr. Bass wants to play with Mr. Senko. Okay, I'm gonna let it drop. Stop and go. And I like using this High Biz strand mono, the High Biz orange, because I can see the line. I got some polarized glasses on too, so that always helped. But I do like having that visualization of the line, because then I can see the pickup. A lot of times I'll just see the line pick up on me, and that gives me the heads up that I should probably set the hook. Okay. All right. I'm gonna work it a little bit fast here just to see if we can scout the area fairly quickly. See if we got them already starting to get a little bit more active. Temperatures were in the 40s this morning, but I think it hit about 70, maybe, I think a high 70s today, this afternoon. And I think right now it's about 70 something. I'm in long sleeve shirt right now, but let's see. Pretty comfortable. Well, we got some folks in the chat. Howdy, howdy, how's it going? Yeah, I'm using some Senkos. All right, but I only have one, and I did bring some other lures, but unfortunately I only have one Senko. But I'm hoping that that's enough to get us through at least a bite or two. Okay. Don't see any of the telltales of the bass on the beds yet, but that's kind of what you do when you do these little quick trips here, is just kind of scout the area. I do see some areas that are kind of like rounded and a little bit lighter compared to the surrounding area, like some of the vegetation's been moved. So maybe that's an indication that the spawn is going to be starting here sooner than later. We have had some warmer temperatures these last few days. So, well, let's see what we can do here. Okay, bear with me. I see some folks in the chat. I'll answer here in a moment. We'll take a look. Okay, bass. Yes, going for some bass. Going for some bass. Okay. And the gear I'm using, this is the setup that I'm going to hopefully try using this coming summer when I hit the Texas coast. It's a 7-foot ultralight ugly stick and a Shimano Corrado BFS XG reel, and I'm using 6-pound Stren mono right now for my line. Straight strand. I don't do the braid. I don't know, I just kind of, well, it's a lot cheaper, I guess. It works really good. There's two little turtle on the bottom here moving. See right here, right where my Senko is. Yep, little guy's about yay big. Here, let's go to the back pond and see. That's where I got some bass using some inline spinners the other day. And they seem to be kind of lurking over here by this culvert where there's a channel that comes out of that culvert. Over the years, all the rain and runoff and whatnot has kind of caused it to erode the bottom to where there's a nice deeper section compared to the rest of the pond. So the pond's kind of getting sedimented over. A lot of times it's less than a foot, but a couple of sections over there by that culvert off to my left here, where they are lurking. And other times things warm up, I'll be able to get these bass that are cruising, especially with that inline spinner. That's pretty fun. Right now I'm gonna try this guy. So let's see if we can coax one of these guys to hit a Senko. And what's nice about the Senko is I can kind of drag it through the junk. I've got a Texas rig right now, weedless. So that should help me. Ooh, squirrel. Should help me at least fish some of these more clobbered areas. Okay, I see some more items in the chat. Bear with me. What's the water temperature? I don't know offhand. I just know air temperature wise, this morning it was in the 40s, and this afternoon it got into the 70s. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of drag it slowly here now. See if I can get one to pick up. Okay. Come on, Mr. Fish. Mr. Fishy. Let's go drop one close by here, over here by this culvert I was mentioning. Okay. Nothing yet. Come on. I got a bunch of junk on this one. Let me clear it out. I can see a lot of that greenery starting to come over, which is surprising because we had some cold temperatures, and I was surprised that it's already greening over. All right, let's go a little bit further out. Oh man, I'm stuck on that tree. Okay, let's just kind of stop and go it. Right, got the wind blowing in, so you might hear some wind noise. All right, let's go back over here. I'm gonna try casting crosswise where I think they may be lurking. It's where I got them the other day. Wind's picking up big time. I am seeing a lot more of that green stuff too, which kind of tells me it may be a little bit harder to fish with those Senkos also, or correction, with the inline spinner that I was using the other day when it wasn't near as clobbered. All right, let's stand off here. I still haven't seen any what potentially maybe some bass already building up on their beds here. So let's just kind of cast it out. All right, stop and go. All right, I'm watching the line for that pickup. A lot of times I'll fish it loose like so, and I'm watching the line kind of bend, and then I'll just kind of see it straighten as one of the bass pick up on it. So maybe that might be the case here. And got no problem. I'm fishing it without any weight, and it's Texas rig, little green pumpkin and black and red flake Senko. I see some turtles moving about. Okay, we go cast over here in the sun. Right, move over a little bit. Okay. And I may need to swap out and put on a inline spinner just to cover more water here. I was really hoping this Senko would do it. All right, let's see what we got for other lures that we can use. Good thing about this ultralight bait casting is I can handle at least this one, 1/16 ounce lure is no problem. So let's get that one off. I'll look for an inline spinner and let's see if I can at least run and gun it maybe and see if I can get one of these guys to strike. Okay, I got a Med rig in here. Ooh. Okay. Oh, here's a Mepps. We could try Mepps. Oh, wait a minute here. Let's see, here's a Mepps Anglia. Yeah, we'll try that. We'll try Mepps Anglia. All right. And I may have to do a little thumb education here since I'm shifting from that Senko to an inline spinner. Oh, look at that. Looks like I used that one already once. Let me go clear off the knot that's on there. Okay. Get that cleared real quick. Ah. All right. Okay. Then we'll tie this on. Again, I'm using some 6-pound Stren mono, the high vis orange, which works really well when you fish and you tend to watch the line more often than not. Okay, I think I see some more chats coming in. Bear with me. I'll tie this on and then I'll go check the mail here and see if I can answer any questions or see some of the comments that may be coming in. Wind is picking up on me, so that's going to be fun trying to cast this guy, but I'll make a real quick adjustment, see if I can get it dialed in fairly quickly, and hopefully I don't get any overruns, backlashes. Okay. And okay, what do we got? Do you get your line stuck in the rocks? Sometimes. What's the, have you caught, not yet, haven't caught anything yet, and subbed, outstanding, subbed, hooked me up, and subs are awesome. Appreciate y'all joining. Hopefully we get some good engagement here once I get this dialed in. Let's see if we got, oh yeah, I think I can cast that no problem. Oh yeah, no problem. All right, we'll just do a steady, there's a hit. Oh, there's a hit. Oh, I forgot the, oh man, I forgot to do the, well, lesson learned. Make sure you got your drag set. Holy cow, imagine if that was a big one. That one hit it pretty quickly too. Okay, steady retrieve. Wow, he hit it. Hear that reel clicker go off. Jeez, I can't believe I did that. All right, got a lot of wind. Okay, just kind of see if we get one to hit. I think I just lost one. Holy cow, got some greenery there. So what happened there was I cast it out, and sure enough, I had one on there, and he threw the hook on me because I didn't have the drag set. So bummer there. That's one of our mottos here about this fishing channel. Learn to fish by our trials and errors, because I've definitely made a lot of errors. And this case is a classic one. I did not check my drag. I got really excited and just decided to get out here and go do some fishing. Look at that greenery that's on there. Bummer, bummer. A lot of greenery. Let's cast this direction here. Okay. Steady retrieve again. I'm feeling a lot of junk bumping it. I may have to make an adjustment here because there is a lot of green stuff that I did not anticipate. Wow. Okay, that one's still moving. Okay, let's try in this direction. Man, I can't believe it. I had that one on and he got away. Try steadying the retrieve. Trying to make it fast enough but slow enough. I want to just stay away from that green stuff on the bottom, but I want it slow enough that Mr. Bass wants to play still. Okay, let me make another adjustment here. I think I can, yeah, I think I can loosen up on the spool tension and get an extra something out of the cast. Oh yeah, there we go. That works. So I had that Senko on, and that's definitely heavier than this Mepps Anglia. Let's cut off to the left a little bit. This is where that one hit me. Come on, buddy. No takers there. Okay. All right. I want to run down over here to this feeder creek and real quick and see if anything may be lurking over there. So let's go run over there real quick. Okay. With me? I'll try over here real quick as we head to the feeder creek. I sure was hoping that there'd be a bass over there lurking. Let's come over here. Try casting crossways. Got a headwind right now. Oh, wait a minute. Get away from that. Holy cow. Don't want that. Okay, steady retrieve. Yep, it's moving nicely. Okay. All right, that's good. One thing I noticed with the ugly stick, with the 7-foot length versus that 4.5 foot, is I can leverage the rod with the cast and be able to use don't have to do a hard cast to get it going. I can just kind of swing the rod over and it goes really nicely without having to do a real sharp cast like I've had to do with the little 4.5 footer that I use normally on that White Feather Kingfisher. All right, let's go move over here. All right, come on, Mr. Fishy. Okay, yeah, there's some great. Oh shoot, what did I do? Oh. Yeah, make sure I got. Okay. All right, bear with me. Got a little excited again. It's kind of running it parallel to the bank. There is a lot of greenery though, so that might mess things up. Let's go ahead of us here. Okay. This setup handles a 1/16 ounce inline spinner no problem. I don't think I've gone much lighter than a 1/16 ounce lure on this thing. But still is a fun one to use. Very similar to the Shimano Scorpion that I also use. But this one is the one that I hope to cast 3 to 4 inch live mullet this coming summer on the Texas coast for some of those speckled trout. Okay, let's go work our way over. That wind is really... Here, I'm going to go across to the other side and cast. Let me get past the little mouth of the feeder creek and jump over the little feeder creek. It doesn't look like it's very high at all since we haven't had any rain. We did get a bunch of rain the other day and it flowed over, but at this point I think I can jump it over here. If not, there's always that little narrow section to my left. Okay. Oh yeah, we can get over here. Okay, and just step over. Step over. All right. Okay, let me look over here in the feeder creek. Sometimes there's a bass or two lurking here. And I'm hoping that some things kind of warmed up, maybe a little bit more active. I don't see anything though. Oh, let's go ahead and cast. Might as well cast. Can't catch a fish if your lure's not in the water. Okay, so slow retrieve, steady retrieve. Kind of work these edges here. Get it across to the other side. I'm gonna stay with this slow and steady retrieve. The other day when I was fishing for trout on a super duper, they definitely wanted this slow retrieve. I mean, I was barely moving the handle, and I think they were lurking a little bit deeper than what I was expecting. But I did get a couple on there, did have several other hits, but ended up losing a few as well. Still a fun time. But here we're at Bethany Lakes, City of Allen. We're gonna Mepps Anglia. I believe it's the plain Anglia trout inline spinner, and it's I think the 1/0. It's not very big at all. I would say it's about 1/16 ounce, similar to a rooster tail. It's plain. There's no dressing on it, and I did have a one bite on earlier, but fortunately he threw the hook on me. I got excited and I went ahead and fished without checking the drag. I didn't set it at all, and it just kind of zipped off when he hit it, and he ended up throwing the hook on me. But hey, that's fishing. All right, can't get them all, and you gotta learn from yours truly's mistakes. Okay, wind is blowing. I'm just gonna do a little quick walk the ponds and just start casting and see if I can locate maybe some that might be lurking here. Really shallow here, even though it's looks deceiving, but it's pretty shallow, less than a foot deep at times. Okay, I think I just hooked on some junk here. Yeah, let me get that out. Okay, recast it. Let's get it out the mid pond here. Come on, Mr. Bassett, Mr. Basilito, talk to me. No strikeouts today. Oh, no. Some junk in the trunk. Okay, let me go to that point over there and try casting. All right. Oh, I see a bass right there. Oh, yeah. Lone Wolf McQuaid bass sitting over here close to the bottom. I was hoping to see some bluegill also. See if I can get him to hit. I don't think he's very big. Maybe I can get him to hit. Let's see. Got my polarized glasses, so I kind of can sight cast to him. Let me just see if I can get it just past him. Okay, I'm gonna run it right by his nose and see if he'll hit. Oh, geez, denied. He looked at it, but holy cow. All right, let's try it again. Try another spot here. Okay. Definitely deeper here from this culvert. And usually you can find a bluegill or two lurking here once things warm up, but hadn't really seen them here lately. Okay. Just seen something rise. Looked like it was eating a bug. Okay. Definitely shallow here, but if I can cast it out a little bit further, I might be able to get it to where they may be lurking. Yeah, very shallow. I would say it's about less than a foot easily. Less than a foot easily. Okay, can feel some junk bumping it. All right, let's just recast it out. I'm taking advantage of the wind, taking the lure. All right, let's see if we get something cruising the shallows. Okay, nope. Let me get it out here to my left. Okay. Come on, Mr. Fish. Well, doesn't look like they want to play. All right, let's go work my way around. I'm gonna skip this area to my right. Again, it's getting sedimented over. It's really shallow here. I'm gonna try getting over here by this one tree. Also take a peek at this one spot where, well, over the seasons, there's been a bass or two that usually show up here come the bass spawn time, building their beds. So I'm gonna just kind of peek over there real quick and see if maybe there's somebody who's starting to build something there. Let me just kind of sneak away here. It's gonna be to the right of this tree. Okay, let's see. All right. Okay, I'm gonna walk it up slowly. See if I can see any new vegetale. Okay, there's a couple of spots right over here that look like they've been dug out a little, but I don't see anything on the bed itself. But just in case, I'm gonna cast this baby, and just in case, I'm just gonna bring this guy nearby and see. Okay, all right, well, I'm gonna mark that spot. 2 spots are likely beds here that are starting to get built up. Okay, I'll go ahead and scan the area real quick. All right, let's go ahead and cast. Okay, 1 hit so far. Let's see if we can fix that with an actual fish on the line. Oh, there we go. Okay, I guess I better set that hook better. Oh, he threw the hook. Little bass, okay. All right, let me definitely tighten up the lure. He hit that one fairly quickly. Okay. The other side over there had a lot of wind. Maybe they want to hang out over here where it's not as windy. So, 2 strikes, 2 misses. Let's see if we can fix that. Okay. Little bass. Mr. Bass. Okay. I think I got some junk on there, but I'm going to try casting it. Okay, it's moving good. Now, got into some junk. Got a leaf. Okay, here's what I'm using. A little Mepps Inline Spinner. Okay, I tried the Senko earlier. No hits there. Been getting hits on the inline spinner. And again, the gear I'm using, Shimano Corrado BFS 6G on a 7-foot ultralight ugly stick, and 6-pound high-vis Stren mono. And we'll just pop it out there. Let's see if we can get at least one to stay on this time. Okay, it's moving really good. All right, let's get it out there. Okay, I would say it's about a 1/16 ounce lure. Okay. All right, I do see something that may have been some movement. Oh, it's a turtle. It's a turtle. Okay. All right, we'll just start working the bank. Working the bank. Come on, Mr. Basilito. Yeah, I tried coming out yesterday, but I got sidetracked with the day job. So, trying to take advantage of more light now that we got. So, hoping that I can at least get a bass before I have to call it quits. And this time of year, you got that extra few hours to fish, so hey, nothing wrong with catching a fish or two. Just got to get this greenery out of there. All right, try again. We'll do one more cast here, and then we'll move on to another section. Okay. All right, I'm keeping this steady retrieve. I can see the blade just a few inches below the water, and I'm mainly trying to fish the upper part of the water column, mainly because there is that greenery that's already starting to grow. That greenery that I'm talking about is that stuff that I just took off the spinner. It's that green snot-like stuff that just kind of clobbers everything. All right. Okay, let's go to the main pond and work the, I guess, the leeward side, windward side. No, we're gonna fish downwind. Okay. Let me just clear this out again. See if we can connect. So far, I've missed out on 2. Okay, all right, I gotta clear this out before I keep walking. Okay, but yeah, you can see it's really on there. I can just retrieve it fast enough to keep it out of that, I should be able to connect. Okay. All right, let's just walk up real slowly here, stand off a little bit, and cast it out. Hopefully there may be some coming in. It's pretty shallow here. There's like a little, oh, there we go. Ha! All right, well, it counts, huh? Little bass, ultralight bait casting style. Mepps Anglia. So I guess I better change the title of this from BFS Pond Fishing Senkos to BFS Pond Fishing Mepps Inline Spinners. Man, we'll do that later. Let's knock this out now. Take advantage of the time we got. Okay, so got a bass. See, you can do it again. Just a steady retrieve, working it into the shallows. See if we can get Mr. Bass lurking over here. Okay. We'll just kind of scout the area, see what's going on. Oh, got some greenery on there. Ugh. The green snot. Oh yeah. Yep, it's all over the place. Okay. All right, let me get another cast in, and then we'll kind of work this other bank over here to my left. That one is a little bit more open, so there may be less greenery moving about. I think I better reel a little bit faster just to keep it higher up. Okay. Yeah, just a little bit faster just to keep it higher up in the water column. Stay away from that green stuff on the bottom. Okay. One more cast to my left. Oh, well, I guess ahead of me. All right. All right, so 2 bass so far, both little. Nothing big. No bruisers, but hey, I'm still having fun. Gotta take advantage of these days when it's nice like this. Okay. Come on, Mr. Mepps. Mepps Inline Spinner. Works well for trout. And I've done well on, there we go, on bass as well. Oh, he threw it. There's another little bass. Okay. All right. Good to know. A couple of weeks ago, they were not hitting in this area. So it sounds like the pattern is they are starting to come into the shallows a little bit. So good to know. Good to know. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I usually try coming out here multiple times during the week, get a feel for how the bite's going. And usually if I can see what's happening here, it usually is applying to other ponds that I fish. All right, so good to know that we're starting to get more strikes here in the shallows versus several weeks ago. Most of the hits were further out. And, well, let's see if that's going to change some more here. And working a 1/16 ounce inline spinner, Mepps Anglia. Use it for trout normally, but works pretty well on bass, little guys, as well as got some pretty decent bass using this same lure. I did start out with that Senko, and I had no success on that one. Maybe it's a little bit too early. I'm just not ready to hit Senkos, let's say, but who knows? Ooh, that one's not turning right. Okay, there we go. All right, let's go back out. Okay, a little bit further out. Steady retrieve. Okay. I'm gonna start fishing it faster, mainly. Oh, I just saw something. Something just came up. Looked like they were eating those, whatever's hatching. There's a little bug that's hatching right now that's coming off the water. And I guess if I brought the old fly rod, it might be a good idea to bring out some dry flies and see what really is feeding on those guys. Okay. Well, let's keep working this one. That's in Anglia. So it's 3 missed hook sets or missed ones and 2 on the line and landed. All on this Mepps Anglia. I'm going to cast a little bit further out. Sticking with this retrieve right here. Okay, rushing the end of the retrieve mainly because I can see up close here in the water, and I don't see any shadow or whatnot trailing behind it. Okay, and I am getting this greenery on there, so let's get that off as much as we can. Okay, all right, let's get another cast in here in a moment. Okay, here it goes. Let's go. Right here, Mr. Fishy. Mr. Bass, come on. No. Denied. Let's keep going. Off to the left. Okay. Just gonna keep walking the pond here and cover more water as much as I can, and hopefully we can get a feel for the pattern, which so far it seems to be a steady retrieve with most of the strikes being closer in versus further out. So it tells me they're probably coming in the shallows, coming in here to maybe feed on some of those bait fish that'll start moving about. Okay. Do a little side cast here and go parallel to the bank. No takers there. Let's go back out again. A little bit further out. Okay. All right. Doing this with feel as well as a visual. I can see my line, I can see the lure at times, and then I can feel the strike. So, gotta take advantage as much as you can with these guys, especially these little guys when they're just kind of barely nipping at it. Okay. Let's keep walking it. Let's do some short casts here in case they're close by. Come on, Mr. Fishy. Come to the left. Try again. Yeah, so I got several over there in the back pond last round with that rooster tail. That's where I thought they would be lurking this time, but didn't get hardly too many hits there. So I decided to go ahead and move to the main pond, see what may be lurking here. Let's see, depending how much time we got, we may even kind of go to the lower pond and see what may be lurking there. That one's hit or miss, and it gets a lot of vegetation. It's a little bit tough to fish, but at least it is deeper. It's a pond that was last dredged here. I believe it was about 10 years ago. Have caught catfish, bass here. Used to catch some catfish in pretty decent numbers and sizes as well, but it is well, it's not a catch and release pond, so it does get a lot of pressure, and I think over the years we've had a few of those nice ones get taken. All right, let's go back over here. Let's work the little cove area. See what we can do. That might be lurking here. A lot of times I'll get some surprising hits over here in this one cove. So let's see if that is the case today. Okay. Going to stick with this steady retrieve, fast enough to keep it above the vegetation, but still slow enough, hopefully, to elicit that strike. Come on, baby. All right. No, denied. All right, so far it looks like it's only going to be 2 with caught and released and 3 lost before I can land them. But hey, we're not done yet. We're not done yet. We still got daylight. Actually, I will have to call it quits sooner than later, but that's later. Okay. All right, it's shallow, but I'm hoping that I get a strike here. Let's go off to the left over here and work this one channel area by the canal. Sometimes I can get them lurking over there. There's Mr. Ducky. I'm just going to work it slow. Working it slow, taking into the shallows. I don't see anything chasing. Let's back out this way. If I don't feel the blade moving, I'll give it a little twitch like so. And I know I've got it right when I feel that vibration from that blade. If I don't feel it, then usually means it's been fouled somehow. And I either need to twitch it and get it working right. If not, check it and see if something's clobbered it. Okay, let's get it further out. Okay, you can see you can cast pretty decent with this setup, even though it's that 7-foot rod. It does cast surprisingly well. And again, I'm hoping to use this to cast 3 to 4 inch mullet out in the surf on the Texas coast under some of the green lights on the various piers that we have along the Texas coast. Currently located here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area in the city of Allen. But yeah, we do make that run yearly to the Texas coast and see what we can do catching a fish or two there. Wow, where are these guys? Holy cows. Let's move over a little bit. All right, what do we got here? They're not on one side, they're on the other. Oh, that's good. I like that. They're not on one side, they're on the other. Good one. All right. Let's work this one right over here. Take it into this little canal channel-like deal. I think I'm going to let it run a little bit deeper because I can see it's deeper here and I don't see as much of that greenery. All right, let's work it right down this little channel deal. See if Mr. Bass is looking. I do see a spot that looks very promising, like they're starting to stage there in their beds. Yeah. When you got your polarized glasses on, all you gotta do is just keep walking the bank and look for those lighter colored areas where they've moved all the greenery away and opened it up to the bottom. And over here, it's more like that limestone bottom, so it's like it definitely stands out with a lighter, if not white, background where those beds are. And so there's one over here right now, but I don't see any bass on it. But hey, keep that in memory, and we'll definitely have to stop by at some point during the next few weeks and see if something's decided to have a little something there. All right, let's cast it out here real quick. Do one more cast. I'm gonna try going to the back pond, or correction, the lower pond. Okay. So there's 4 ponds here. I call it the horseshoe pond, the one that has a pier, the main pond, which is off where we just came from, the back pond where that feeder creek rolls into. Got a canal here, little waterfall on the other end, and then the lower pond, which we got a little recreation center over here ahead of me. And there's the lower pond, and I can go underneath the deal, or I can come back around and come under the bridge. This is where they hold the summer concerts at times. Hang out, and In-N-Out Burger will come out with this trailer deal, and first 1,000 people that show up get a free burger. But I've been here many times, and I don't think they count how many people go here. They just give them away. You do have to wait in line a little bit, but hey, it's free, and you can hear the music and all that. It's good stuff. All right, there's a lower pond. Like I was saying, this one's been dredged about 10 years ago, so it is deeper. A lot of times I'll bring my little micro fly rod, if not smaller fly rods, and actually fish this area. Sometimes when they stock trout and get a lot of rain, it'll push the trout over. and you'll catch them down here at times. Anyways, I'm just gonna scout it real quick. I want to see. Oh yeah, there's some little sunfish, bluegill. I can definitely catch them with the micro fly rod, no problem. Yeah, okay. And then over here is the back pond. I'm just gonna go and fish it real quick with this inline spinner, see if we can get something to strike. And well, maybe. Well, we haven't struck out. I caught two, lost three. All right, yeah, caught two, lost three. All on the inline spinner, none on the Senko. Okay, let's just cast it out here, and I'll just stick with this slow and steady retrieve. Hopefully, I can get one to strike here. I'm mainly going to try working these edges here. See if we can get a bass to strike. Okay. There is another pond here that's across the street. Call it Kroger Pond, back down that way. I think formerly it's called Bethany Ridge Pond. Now, one used to hold some pretty decent fish, but they did a bunch of cleanup there. So I haven't had much luck there lately. Haven't seen any vegetation or anything. So I did see some bass lurking over there by the culvert, but not in the pond proper. So maybe just got to wait for things to warm up on us, and then we might get a chance to hook into them. But we're here at the lower pond over here at Bethany Lakes. Four ponds, lakes, ponds, and this is the lower pond. Okay. Oftentimes I'll come out with a fly rod in the summer and work these spots here once I start seeing the bluegill in their beds. And sometimes they're closer, sometimes they're farther, but at times you can catch a fair amount once things warm up. But it looks like right now they're not wanting to play or cooperate. Okay. Other side over there, I usually will take the polarized glasses, walk the bank, and look for those beds where a lot of times those bass will be lurking by the shallows. Okay. But here I'm just kind of scouting the area, mainly looking for if the bed or the bass have started moving or started building their beds. And while I'm here, seeing what else may strike on, at least on this inline spinner. Tried the Senko, no luck there. Went with this little inline spinner, the Mepps Anglia, and got more hits there, but mainly just kind of scouting the area. Let's see if we can get something to strike. Okay. And I haven't seen any beds building up yet. In the past, there's usually about 3 or 4 pretty decent sized beds back here in this back corner, especially over there underneath that tree with that overhang of branches. You just kind of sneak away over here and slowly walk the bank, get your polarized glasses, and look for that off-color bottom, and then look for that bass or two lurking nearby. And you know, if they're really wanting to strike, they usually react to your bait or your lure fairly quickly. Other times, well, they just want to ignore it, or they just ignore it, and you just got to deal with the frustration of a big bass ignoring your lure. I guess he's more busy. Oh, bear with me. I just came loose on my. Oh shoot, my rod. I didn't have it secured enough. Don't want to do that. Okay, let me go secure that back. All right. 2-piece rod, and I went ahead and came loose on me. More of that excitement getting out here. Okay, just do a real quick cast here. Work it above all this junk. Okay. All right. I would go to the other side, but I want to go back to the back pond and take a look over there, and then I think we'll call it. All right. All right. All right, what do we got here? Howdy, howdy, how's it going? Water temp, not sure. I think it's more of a, maybe 60s, I guess. Yeah, different setup. It's the one that I'm gotta practice with so that I'm ready to take this to the coast and do some live mullet fishing for some of those speckled trout under the lights on the coast here. Really excited about that. I learned from another individual last year that to get those bigger trout, you want no hardware. So he recommended your line, treble hook, and a live mullet hooked to the top of the lips, and casting that under the lights. And lo and behold, I would say yes, it works. I did see him catch and release some. It's a slot limit. Last year, I think the slot limit is a little bit smaller this year, but caught one that probably went about 30 inches, and he released them fairly quickly. And then he caught another one over 20 plus, and then released him. And then he caught one that was 19 inches, which was, guess what, within the slot limit. So good stuff there. And then, what was it? Other than that, yeah, it's been a fun outfit to use. I did catch a pretty nice sized catfish on an inline spinner with this rig here over there in the main pond. That's that other pond over here. Okay. Last year, in fact, I think it was like the first or second day I got the combo and was able to, luck into a nice catfish basically on the first cast. So maybe this one's got some mojo, and I better let it run, see if that trend lasts. You know what I mean? You know how sometimes you have a one combo or one rod and reel setup that you seem to catch all your big ones off that one. Everything else has been sort of more of a side catch. Yeah, had that happen, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna grab this combo, and lo and behold, you got a bruiser. Yeah, those are nice. And maybe it's just a confidence thing too, This one I caught a big one, and well, I'm gonna catch another big one with it and feel really confident about it. Anyways, I'm getting a little punchy here since I haven't caught a bass here or fish yet in the last how many minutes. Let's see if we can fix that real quick. This is where I caught those two. Let me think. Yeah, I caught those two over here. So let's see if we can fix that real quick. I do see some movement in the water. That's a good sign. So we'll close it out here. We'll do a couple of casts, see if we can get something to strike, and then at that point we'll call it. And well, we'll just plan to meet again. See if we can do some more of these quick trips at these local ponds as we stand by for the bass spawn. And when the action picks up there, it definitely will be fun. Okay. And then after that, I'll take you guys with me to a local pond or local lake, and oh, there's a bass. Oh yeah! This guy hit, but there was a bigger one right next to it. Holy cow! It was almost like he was on his bed. Interesting. Okay, well, bass number 3 on the inline spinner. Okay, let's get that one out. Let's get him back in. There was another one that moved over here and another one that moved. So, interesting. Let's just cast it out again. See if I can do the same thing and get him to hit it again. His buddy wants to play too. Okay. It's a little bit more to the right from where I caught that one just a moment ago. So let's just cast it in that general direction. Okay. Come on, come on. Where'd you go? Yeah, that was a bigger one that kind of swirled, not at my lure, but just was, I think it was just passing by, or at least on the bottom, and just kind of swiped at something. That's what I first noticed, and then all of a sudden I got a hit, but I believe it was another bass. Okay, let's go back to my left. Okay, work that inline spinner. Getting my confidence going because I've cast some small bluegill with this one to mimic a 3 to 4 inch mullet and had no problems with it. Actually caught a decent bass with it too, live bluegill. And definitely looking forward to maybe catching some bruisers on this thing on the coast. Some nice speckled trout, and I tell you what, speckled trout definitely tastes good. It's a very tasty fish. I might have to try my spicy broiled trout recipe on speckled trout. It's what I normally use it for rainbow trout, but I had them go. I'm sure it'll work double duty on a speckled trout, no problem. Speckled trout being a saltwater trout, weak fish, I think is what they call it, or sea trout. Okay. Come on, let's get one more hit and then we'll call it. One more hit, one more cast, one more hit, one more cast, one more fish. Oh shoot, just got a backlash. I made the classic one where I cast behind me with this longer rod and I grabbed or it ends up hooking onto the bottom behind me, the bank. And luckily I didn't get a really bad backlash. And that is, again, one of the reasons why I like using the smaller 4.5 foot rod, because I tend not to hook into the bottom as much. All right, and I don't put much line on here. You can see I almost went down to the backing, or not even the backing, to the spool itself. And the reason I do that is because I want to make the spool a little bit lighter to cast these lighter lures, and at the same time, haven't had to really have that much line to catch some of the fish I've gotten here. I think the biggest one I got was a 28-inch catfish, 2-pound test line, and it didn't take me to the backing, and I was using that flight feather kingfisher setup and had no issues. But again, it's freshwater fish. I think if I went saltwater, I'd definitely spool it up in case I get something even bigger and he runs on me. But freshwater, yeah, I maybe do 75 turns, maybe 75 turns of the reel to spool my reel. Okay, line my reel, line my spool. I don't know what the term is. Okay, come on. Let's see if we get one more to hit. One more to hit. Come on, Mr. Bass, one more. Let's see if we can do it right here. Can we do it? Can we do it? Okay, got a nice hump in the water as I bring it in. Okay, off to the left. I hit the back again. See, that's what I'm hitting right here behind me. It's got a slope, and when I cast, I'll hook in or bump the bottom. Okay. Not near as bad when I'm using that 4.5 footer, but this guy, yeah, definitely. I'm side casting, but a lot of times I'll overhead cast with this one just because you can get some better leverage with it, with the overhead cast. Oh, I got some more junk. Something's moving over here to my left. You know what that means? If you see something moving, you gotta cast toward it. Okay, here we go. That's an overhead cast. Okay. Let's see if I can get them to hit. No, I think that was some junk. Oh man, got my blood pumping. Let's try it again. Okay, let's see if you're there still. Okay. Notice how I said one more cast? Tell you what, my kids definitely hated it when they come with me and I tell them one more cast. Yep. All right, let's see what we got. Come on, right here. I'm gonna slow it down. I'm keeping it just under the surface. I could see the hump in the water. I could see the blade turning. I was hoping it would stay off that greenery, but it didn't. Okay, let's cast over here real quick. Oh shoot, I hooked the bottom again. Well, it looks like this may be it. Well, let's see if I can clear it. I don't think it's too bad. Yeah, if I did an overhead cast, but I hooked the ground behind me again. Killing me, Smalls. Killing me. Okay. All right. Almost got it. Almost got it. There we go. All right. Let's reel this baby in. Let's see if I can get a cast in and maybe fish so we can say, well, so we can end the live stream on a fish note. Okay. I went with a side cast there. Don't want to hit the back again or the bottom. Come on, right there, right there, right there. No. Okay. All right, let me step over here to my left. Okay, let's go out that way. Okay, I see something rising, but I don't think it was a fish. Could have been a turtle. Okay, let me bring it in. Got a doggy behind me. All right. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Got that blade moving. That says fishy. That says here, fishy, fishy. Let's do it again. Okay, back that way. Okay. Keeping it high up. I got it clobbered here. See if I can still. Oh, something to my left. That may have been a bluegill, though. Let me cut it short. Come on, hit it. Oh, come on. That may have been a bluegill, but they'll normally hit one of these inline spinners, no problem. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, we gotta go here soon, but we'll go in that direction and cast a few times as we head back to the car, and maybe we can catch a fish. All right. Let's see. Okay. This is where we were earlier. I think this is where I got that first fish. And then over there to my left is where I had one on and it threw the hook on me. Okay. Let's try right here. I'm gonna stand off from the bank a little. Okay. Sometimes there's a bass lurking really shallow right here. Okay. Sometimes. So it doesn't hurt to just kind of work. Oh, there was. He just ran off on me. Oh, man. Oh, it's killing me. Right here. Okay. It's shallow, then it kind of dips a little bit. And that's where that guy was hiding. And I know that because I fished this thing so many times. I got this thing memorized. All right. Man, he was right there. I've spooked him. Hate that when that happens. All right, let's work our way over. All right, there's a culvert here. Sometimes they're there, sometimes they're not. Over here, it's a little deeper, and then it comes up like a slope. And I'm trying to see if I got any. These guys may be lurking right on that edge where it starts sloping. So it goes shallow to deep. And I'm kind of working that edge right here. Seeing if I can get him to strike. Ah, man, I spooked him. He was right there, and I knew there was going to be one there. Hate that when that happens. All right. Okay, so I'm pretty much going, just kind of casting as I work my way back to the car or the pickup, and hopefully I'll get a strike on the way there, because hey, might as well fish while you're heading out here. Okay, come on. And also use this technique to kind of scout a pond and locate where some of these bluegill, I guess, colony are. Yeah, I'll do that with a fly rod. Also do it with just a traditional rod, where all I'm doing is just kind of flipping or walking the bank and just kind of flipping the lure, the fly along the bank, far, close, midway, and as soon as I catch one bluegill, I'll stage myself there and cast again, see if there's more, because usually where there's one, there's usually more, and I'll mark that spot. And some years it's been here, other years it's been on that far bank over there, other years it's like they're moving. there were several seasons, good solid 10 years, I would say, where they would always come back to the same spot. But I would say the last 10, it's been hit or miss. You just gotta just kind of scout the area and see where they may be lurking. Also, what helps is having polarized glasses as you walk the bank. You know, so anytime you're out, scan the area, note the structure, note any changes. And right now I've got about 4 or 5 potential beds that I'll try here in the next few weeks to sneak up on and see if, oh shoot, bad cast. see if I might be able to see if anything started the stage there. Yeah, bad cast. I think I got it all wrapped around this tree. I went to release it and my thumb caught on it and stopped it short and made it go around that tree. Let's go cast it out again. There we go. This is where I caught that one catfish, about a foot or two from the bank. I was standing over here and I was casting in this direction. I was reeling it in slow and pow, he hit it. And, yeah, it definitely surprised me. I didn't expect that. Just thinking it was going to be another one of these little bass. Okay. And, I know the title says Senkos. I did start out with some Senkos, but no takers there. So I quickly switched over to an inline spinner and started getting them on this Mepps Anglia. And things have kind of tailed down a little bit for us. We can just give it a little more here. Okay. All right. Last cast, unless I catch something. Okay, here goes. Last cast, unless... Oh, look at that! Oh, yeah. Okay, it's not the last cast. It's not the last cast. Yeah. That definitely would drive my kids nuts. Last cast, unless I get something, then we got to keep going. Oh, Dad, you said last cast. But, yeah, you should have seen me when I was the youngster and I was talking to my dad. My dad wasn't into fishing as much as I was, and he was one of these guys who liked casting out his bait, setting it, and then chilling for the next hour or so, taking a nap. So that's his idea of fishing, which is okay. I'm good with that. Each his own. Yours truly was just trying every single way to catch a fish. So I learned to fly fish, but bait casting, ultralight bait casting. Shoot, I'm going to try doing that crossbow. Try doing some bow fishing with the crossbow now that it's legal. At least that I found out it's legal here in Texas. Restrung the crossbow. So I'm hoping that I might be able to try it out here sooner than later. And then I have a sling bow that I'm trying to make with so I took my spear gun because I used to spear fish when I lived on the coast around various places, and I took it apart and looked at the innards and said, oh, I can make that, and I'm going to convert it so I can use the same silicone tubing that you'd use for a slingshot, because you don't want to dry fire a spear gun outside the water. You can definitely get an ouchie that way, but you can convert one or make one into a sling bow and use it to catch a fish or two. So, okay, well, the excitement was there. That last cast turned out to be a fish, but this will be the last cast for this round. So let's go. All right. Of course, if I catch a fish, still got to keep going then. Come on, Mr. Fishy. Come on, Mr. Fishy. Oh, that's it. Last cast. All right, appreciate you guys joining today. Stay tuned. We'll do more of these. These are fun, and it's pretty much just yours truly, just seeing what's biting. Right now, this time of year, it's mainly going to be pond fishing, but I will shift over to some kayak fishing as well as some maybe a run or two down to the coast, as well as to the local tail race, where yours truly will hopefully target some striped bass as well as some gar on the well, on the heavier gear that we have. All right, next time we'll catch y'all later, and good luck and good fishing.